Hey everybody, look at this cute little Easter sign I just now picked up at our Family Dollar / Dollar Tree. It is 2 stores in one in our little town. They just got these in and I thought they were so cute. I haven't been trying to stay out of our Dollar Tree, but I had to buy 2 of them so that I could show you one while I'm painting the other one. And I think it'll turn out really cute. The flowers are just plastic, but you know what? They're really cute plastic flowers. And so I don't even think that I'm going to change those out. And I was going to take this Happy Easter off of here, but it is pretty well braced with some kind of glue, so we're gonna have to leave that on there. But at the Family Dollar side, hi Mary Ann. Look, I dropped this one. Maybe I broke it. Uh-oh. Look at these cute little mushrooms. They're solar lights. But I think that solar light may have broke off in there. I'm not even quite sure. I would figure, oh, they do come off. Let's see. Oh, they do come off and you have this little thing to pull right there. Aren't these just adorable though? Of course, they're not going to come on while we're in here, but I got 3 of them. I got one in each color, red, blue, and yellow. Cute. And I just got paint on a sign that I was getting ready to personalize and send out. Okay, get that out of the way so I don't do anything to it. And then that was it. I bought some solar lights and these 2 to repaint. So let's get this going here. Hopefully I have some scissors, which I don't think I have. Let me turn you upside down so we can go over it. Oh, Tammy, I will look. I haven't been on Messenger all day. I have not been, but I will look when I'm done here. So the rabbit that I painted the other day with you guys on Craft Around the Clock turned out really cute. I also already sold it. And I'm going to do a tutorial on how to paint one of these. Aren't they cute? That one, it's like now Easter's getting really close. So all these projects that I bought to remake have got to get done before it gets too late. I've got a pink teapot to do. Okay, so I've started base coating another one. This is what that rabbit looked like to begin with. And you know what? I went and bought several of them the other day because I thought it turned out so cute that I think that I can cut those ears off and put a hat over it and make it into a snowman for winter time. I got some ideas going on with these rabbits. So if you see them at Dollar Tree before they leave, because they're an Easter item, you might think about picking them up because I think that there's a lot that you can do with these. All right, I'm gonna put you up above and I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. In fact, I've got a VA who is working on making some really short, not really short, but tutorials on the different projects that I do for you. They're going to, I'm going to take you step by step on painting them. You're going to get a supply list. You're going to get the line drawing so that you can make your own. And I'm going to start listing those on Etsy for $4.95 a piece. You know, a lot of people sit and watch these, but it's kind of hard because the videos get lost. They'll come down, you know, especially if I'm in Craft Around the Clock, they just disappear. And so I think it'll be a great way that you guys can kind of buy them, keep them on your Etsy files, download them just like a painting tutorial. You know how we used to do that back in the day, buy the whole line drawing. It's kind of like what I do for my Painting for Profits group. They get the line drawings, they get the supply list, and the video. Well, all three of those things are going to be included in each of these little tutorials that I do. So that is my plans, and as they get done, in fact, I've got 4 of them done already. How do I fix my bunny? Uh-oh, it took so much paint. Now it looks strange. Margaret, which bunny did you do? Did your paint kind of, I kind of know what you're doing. You've got to make them nice, and I know what you did. You probably put paint on wet paint, and then when you went to stroke it again, it bubbled up on you. If you were painting on plastic. If you were painting on wood, it should not have done that. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Margaret. Oh, that is Margaret that I was talking to, isn't it? All right, there we go. So, Margaret, tell me if you were painting on wood or if you were painting on something plastic. It's hard to paint on plastic or glass without a sealer. I know a lot of people will buy something like this, Slick Stick or something. But you know what? I used this. I didn't see any difference. How do I know? Because you're the only one. You're the only one that pops on and watches. Flowers and eyes are great. I painted your bunny now. Too much brown. Doesn't look vintage. I guess I didn't know what you meant. I was thinking that your paint kind of got gummy. But if you got too much paint, you know, and then the problem with that is actually what I did on that rabbit kind of just happened. I didn't even have any plans to do it that way. You know, when I started it, it was just going to be shaded on that side because I'd already had this side done. And then when I went over here, it just started developing. So you have to use very little paint. If you get your brush too full of paint, it's going to make it darker. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on that one because I think that one's cute. And it's kind of hard to explain without having the camera right down there on top of what I'm doing. And when I did that one, you guys were kind of far away. That's what I want to do on these tutorials, is it's kind of right up above the project so you can actually see it. Okay? All right, so let's do something with this sign and see what we can do. It looks great except for the vintage look. It's probably too much paint is what I would do, is exactly what I'm thinking. Is maybe your brush should have been drier trying to move your paint around. All right, guys, I'm gonna flip you up this way. All right, guys, I do not, because you know what? My VA is taking my videos down and making these tutorials. So I do not even know if it's still up there. I would have to go and look. If it is, I can tag you in it. All right, let's see. So do we want a white rabbit? Do we want a brown rabbit? I got 2 of these. Let's do one white and one brown. So we'll do this one now. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, Melissa got me into doing something over on YouTube. So what's going to be good on these little tutorials is you're going to be able to watch it if you're on the live, but they're going to go away within like 24 hours after I do them, and then they're going to be put all nice and neat into a pattern packet. Well, he's got these wires for his... I am going to leave the wires in there because you know what? They've got holes there and that would look odd unless you filled that. I'm going to bend his ear up just so that I can paint it. And so I'm just using my white paint. And we want to give it a good coat here so that our next paint will stick even better. Colleen, I had, when we did the last one, I had some people, it's a different format than Facebook. And so I think it's harder to see what people are doing. And I think there's me and Melissa and 2 other ladies on there tonight. So I never went back and watched the replay. I really do not like those words because even though I have a Glowforge, I think it looks so tacky being on there, but you know what? It's not going to be good to take it off because you can see those little nail holes in there. So we'll try to make it as cute as we can. All right, we've got a lavender background, but it's not very pretty. So I'm going to take some, there's that periwinkle. I'm not quite a periwinkle fan like my friend is at the moment. So I'm going to take a darker purple. Oh, I know. My husband, I only watch YouTube all day because it's the only place I can find Judge Judy continuously. I only watch YouTube. My husband only watches YouTube. But I agree, if you're watching it on your phone and you're watching 4 people, it's really hard to see. Now, when you're watching a TV show or something, or a single person, then it's fine. Hi, Jane. Jane, did you start on your flowers yet? I'm so excited for that class. I started that rabbit class this week. And yesterday we got through the flowers. All right, so you're going to see a difference in putting a little bit of paint right there on the edge of your brush and just going over the edge. Look how much prettier that looks. Now, of course, it's going to be harder to get in here with all... I wish I could have taken all of this off. It would have been a lot easier, but we'll make do. If I could take this off, if I could take the whole thing off, it would look really cute with like pink and yellow and blue and all of these be different colors. I could do that still, but it would take some work trying to get around all of these add-on things. Maybe on the next one I might do that though. I got 2 of them. Maybe I'll do the other one while I'm on YouTube with Melissa tonight. Margaret, did you get into that free rabbit tutorial class that I did group? If you didn't, you need to be in there because sometimes there's more information in there than there are when I'm just sitting here painting and talking. Hi, Tara. I have not been on for a while. I had a live sale over in Virtual Home Decor Marketplace twice this weekend, and I've been filling orders. It's all I've gotten done. Trying to get things mailed out. All right, let's try. I did say pink, or we're gonna keep it pink. And I got my new email system. That was one of the homeworks in one of the groups that I'm in. If you're not on my email list, you need to be, because I am going to use that at least twice a week. And I've already sent one out that sold product, and one that gave you the link to join that free rabbit tutorial. All right, I want very little paint on my brush. And we're going to try to take most of it off. Margaret, well, if you're not in that class, it's a free class, so you should go and join it. If you start typing, I'll put it here in the group again. I think I just posted it the other day. But in that group, I'm going to be adding another new project soon. Each time the seasons change, and so my next one will be a summer project. I haven't decided which one. I've got a brand new Highland Cow one that I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it, but it's using material from Dollar Tree. So if you're in that group, it's not a one-time group. It's going to be at once a month or so that I just drop a new painting tutorial. So I'm going to have to change the name. Okay, so this brush has very little paint on it, and I really have to scrub to get it in there. Next, we need to shade around it. So when you're shading, you can use a lot of different colors. I'm just going to use brown, which is a medium brown, like a honey brown. Not any. This is actually mixed out of a gallon of paint, so there is no real name to it. Oops Paints works really well. And I just want to take that off and shade it up. So this may be how I got that vintagey look, because it's making it look old already. I was hoping that purple would come off, but hide it later. I'm going to do that on the ears as well. And so what I'll do in these tutorials is I will kind of take it all apart so I can get a really good line drawing. Sometimes that's where people have the problem, is their eyes get too far up or too far down. And you need something to go off of. Let's paint this pink over there to start. I am going to go over that with pink. And then we're going to shade it with some red. And make it try to pop out a little bit more. I'm going to take out some green here, just a medium green. So you can see I'm doing all of this while that rabbit dries. Let's add in a little bit of white to our green. I just want to create some grass down here. So we got to make it look different than it started as. We need some more white. And you know what would be cute too is if you did not want to paint this, if you had some of that green moss or even the dried moss, would look cute just glued onto the bottom. I'm just taking my brush up and down, trying to create that grass. But you know what? We need a little bit of black because it's not making enough of a shadow effect. Some dark in there. Then we're going to scrub a little bit of highlight back there. And I just want to use, that one's pretty hard as a rock, not that one. This one's good, but it's going to hit you on the screen if I don't break off the end of that brush. Oh, Marianne's got it. Thank you, Marianne. Pia, I've already put you in that group. I do know that. Tara, I'm glad you like doing that rabbit. Were you the one who posted the picture of him with it? I love that picture, and I love that you posted it, because when you showed that, it's like, see, anybody can do it. Sometimes the problem with painting, you know, you see a lot of people get on here and they're decoupaging with napkins and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty, and there's a place for that, but people think, you know, you're just, which you are, you're just gluing something to the wood and making something pretty, but then they feel intimidated if they have to create something with painting. And so that's what I'm trying to reach out to people to say, okay, I know you can glue a napkin, but I know I can teach you to paint too. So that's what I'm looking at right now. And you get people who come on and they paint and they're very, very good. But do you know what I found out when I started my painting group? Is that people need a line drawing. Now, not everybody, but most people need something to follow. They need to take that line drawing and transfer it to a surface, and then painting it is so much easier. That's why I started that free group, is just so you can transfer it. And once you follow a pattern, just like, you know, if you were knitting or crocheting, you don't just, or most people don't just start knitting and crocheting. They actually have to have a pattern to do it. And painting is the same thing. It's not intimidating. It's just that, especially here online, so many people are doing so many easy crafts that when you look at mine, you think, oh my gosh, that's something that I could never do. So that's what I'm trying to convey to everybody, is that, yeah, anybody can do that. Melissa, I'm not sure what you're talking about there. But yeah, it's an intimidation thing for a lot. It's intimidating for me to look at a crochet pattern and see all that detail that somebody put in there. And I know that I could do it if I knew how to read the directions and somebody took me step by step through it. And that's what I did inside of that group, is showed you step by step how to do it, how to put it together. And sometimes that's what it takes, because so many people will look at this and say, oh, well, she can do it because she's artistic. No, I wasn't artistic when I started. It's something that you develop along the way. And the more you do it, like anything else, the better it gets. And, you know, and I'm not saying anything bad about napkins at all, but there's just something that's really pleasing to you when you can create something that's yours. You know, when you have a napkin or something, and yeah, I have 1,001 napkins, but I never use them because it's like, I want what I create to be mine. And just like that Dollar Tree pattern, I can give it for free out there, but you know what? Nobody's ever going to paint it the same. They're not going to be the same as when everybody's got the same decoupage paper, everybody's got the same napkins. We can all create by painting, and they'll never be the same. You know, you can do them different colors. Somebody could have painted it pink or blue or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to put just a little bit of brown on my brush, and I'm going to go on the inside of these rabbit ears. And I also added, while I'm sitting there talking, a little bit of white on the inside of the ears. And you know what's nice about this is you can, well, this one came from Family Dollar, because we have a Family Dollar tree. Paint that up. Let's go in and put some eyes. And this is one of the hardest things, I think, is to put the eyes in, because your eyes are what, you know, they are. It'll make or break your project. Hi, Teresa. Teresa, thank you for that nice email last night. I haven't got back to you, but that was very nice. Mary Ann just posted it right up above in the comments. Spring, Easter, Dollar Tree, something. It's got a long name to it. And everything you need for it is found at Dollar Tree. Every single piece. And you know what? It can start adding up when you start. Every little board and stuff came from Dollar Tree. Okay, so we're going to just put in our eyes here. And your eyes, well, I'm not going to say you could do different eyes. I was actually going to do something different and just started the way that I usually do. So if you had the line drawing, all you would do is put your transfer paper or chalk on the back side of the paper, and then it would transfer right over. You fill it in. They're even the things that take me the longest, because since I don't use graphite paper, it takes a little bit to get them to look the same. And I got a really bad brush. This is just a small liner brush. Put that in there with. And then where I got outside of my line, all I have to do is go back in with my white and cover it back up. So while the eyes are drying, let's go into the mouth. I always recommend everybody use an extra fine tip. I love the oil-based markers, but any of these work. This one came from Amazon, and it works good. It's FUDENSUKE. It's a Tombow marker, and I got a whole set of them, but you can see that they work really good. So on the mouth, we're going to go down and up, and then to do the other side, you go down and up. It's very, very hard on a rabbit to get these both the same, and I'm doing it at an angle, so it's even harder. I prefer using my liner brush, so that's what I'm going to use. You could also do a mouth that looks like this, where you just come straight down and then you go across. Real simple, and it's a lot easier to do than when you're trying to do going up. Push those up again. Because I don't want to follow that line that was already on there before. Just like that. Now sometimes you can, I don't know if I'll put a little lip in there or not, but we're going to put those little, where's Miss Janet Demon at? I want her to look at my rabbit. Janet always tells me, whiskers don't come out of your nose. They got their whiskers coming out of their nose, so they might not be listening. Darlene is good. See, it's taking that scared factor out of it. When people look at me and they say, oh, she can only paint because she's an artist. That's not the reason. I mean, I can design it and I can paint it, but I had to learn it too. I wasn't naturally just picked up a paintbrush and started painting. So when you, yeah, it's like everything else, you have to practice. And I think it's one of those things that back in the 80s and 90s, when all those toll painting books were very popular, and they wrote out all those long, long pages and pages of do this, do that, go back, shade this, highlight this. It was so overwhelming. I could never paint like that. It's like, you lost me. I got to learn how to do it on my own, because you just made it 10,000 times harder, because you're wanting to sell paint, and so you're going to give me 20 colors to paint what I always painted using oops cans. There is no reason. I'm only going to use purple because it is on my brush and on my palette. So I'm just going to put that 1/4 inch brush down, and I'm just going to move it like that. I keep my hand down, go up and down, and just do it in one stroke. That's all there is to it. Take the bottom of my brush, let me get some more white paint. I can't read the directions. I think the directions are just overwhelming. It's like just pick up some paint and tell me to paint this or that color, you know? It's like, I don't want to, no, I'm not trying to make something that's going to be a keepsake forever. That's why my group's called Painting for Profits, because I want people to be able to paint and make money off of it. I'm in the DIY world all the time. I have friends in it. I watch Craft Around the Clock. I'm in Craft Around the Clock. And there's so many things that you can do to be creative, but one of the least amount that you will ever watch anybody do is painting something. It's always napkins, it's always decoupage paper, which are beautiful, but I really think that the whole future of art is going by the wayside. And you know what? I run Virtual Home Decor Marketplace where people buy all the time. Do you know how hard it is to sell something that is decoupaged with a napkin? People put no value on what you just made, at least inside of our group. But you know what? Everybody comes to buy the hand-painted things. It is all in the shading and highlighting, but you can't make any money doing it, Janet. And Janet, did you miss my comment? My comment? Look where their whiskers are coming out of. They did them wrong. Oh, Kathy, you still don't have any? You know what? The next time I do that, if ours has a lot of stuff, because they still have a bunch of those rabbits that I painted, I'm going to make some boxes up and sell them to whoever needs them, because, well, that's why I put the line drawing in there too. You can always take the foam board. You don't have to actually buy the rabbit, because inside of that group, I gave you the line drawing. You can draw it out on foam board and paint it, because their wood isn't much better than that. All right, we're going to go in with a little bit of white here. And then I'm going to pick up just a corner of white on my brush. No, I'm not. Wrong one. And then pick up just a little bit of my red that's now gone. I put my little dots down there, Janet, and then I looked at the whiskers where they put them. Coming out of his nose. All right, so a little bit of red on the side of my brush, and I'm just going to go right there. And we're just going to shade that side of the nose. We're not going to shade all the way across. Then I've got a little bit of white, and we're going to just run it right at the top. And that's all we're going to do to it. I should have waited till that dried, but, and then using the end of my paintbrush, you got a good glob of paint on there, and you just set it down and rotate it around. Just like that. And try to get both of them the same. But I'm one of those people that don't like to see a bunch of directions. I don't even like to see them on a recipe. You lost me on a recipe if it's more than 3 or 4 ingredients. I tried that HelloFresh. It was great food, but they had so many instructions I just couldn't think. I couldn't do it. So no more HelloFresh for me because of their instructions. So it's not anything to do with most normal people. I just don't have the ability to do that. All right, I'm going to use my little liner brush. You can also use that fine brush. I'm just going to come out here to the side and pull up a few little eyelashes. And then I'm going to take this liner brush and just, I mean, this would be really cute if you have them available in your area, just to sit down like the one that we did before, and do it with your grandkids, or just practice on. We're going to put that ear back down because it was down when we got it. But now it doesn't look like the same ear, so we need to put some white on it and shade it. Let that dry up. And then use just a little bit of white. And I want to put a line right over the top of her nose. I'm going to take that some more of this white, and we're just going to make some grass here. Highlight a little bit of it. It's hard when you have that grain in your wood and it kind of makes your brush skip around. But see, there wasn't hardly anything on there that was very hard at all. You can also, you could go around this with polka dots. I'm just going to come in with some lines. And you could use a white marker. Just going to give it some little extras here. Now, it'd make a big difference when you do that rabbit in brown. And when I go on YouTube here pretty soon, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it in brown. Let's see. All right, we got this darn happy Easter word up here that I'm not fond of, but we're going to try to make it as cute as possible. You know what would make it cute? Is diamond dust just on the happy Easter. Not on anything else, but what I do is shade this up a little bit. And then I'm going to keep the pink on my brush and pick up just a little bit of the red. And actually, I'm going to do that different. I'm going to put red all over my brush, and we're going to make it kind of an ombre, turning into a pink. Just by touching it lightly at the bottom and kind of pulling it up a little bit. Kathy, we hope you're doing okay over there. Kathy Kirkland has been in the hospital for a couple days. She won't be selling this weekend on Virtual Home Decor Marketplace. And she will be in there for another couple days having surgery. So we hope she's feeling better. Well, she's not going to be feeling better. She's getting ready for surgery. We hope she recovers quickly. Isn't that cute? Just adding a little bit there. Oh, Melissa, you're going to be doing very well. Melissa's painting a church tonight. It does make a difference, Tara, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with doing napkins whatsoever, because I know a lot of my painting friends do both. I just don't want people who are on that, I'm going to touch in with a little bit of white, you know, with the napkins. Oh my gosh, we got two really good ones at our butcher shop. I almost bought them yesterday, but I love napkins, but I never do anything with them. And one has, because it's the butcher shop, and it has a cow with, you know, the dimensions on where you cut what, and it says, be careful how you handle my meat. And the other one is a pig. And oh my gosh, they are adorable. And I wanted to buy them so bad, but it's like, I don't know what I would put them on. Yeah. Napkins are safe. I think that's what I want to say about napkins are safe, because no matter what you do, you can't really ruin them. And I just want people to know that actually painting isn't as hard as what they may think. I got some beautiful napkins in North Carolina and brought them back with me. But I don't have that, I don't know. I love to look at them, but I've really never done one. I may have tried one or two, and that's it. I just know that also when you watch, you know, a lot of Craft Around the Clock and things, there's a lot of decoupage paper being used, and I really hope that painting never really goes away. So I put little white dots in there, so you can see that kind of makes it look a little bit better. Painting's actually, when you get over the fear, is a lot of fun. And I think it's a lot more fun than just playing around with napkins or whatever. So let's see if I can put this back in there. And we put that back on, because that's really cute. Separate out those whiskers that are coming out from his nose. I do like Janet's way better though. Oops. So you can just take things from Dollar Tree like this. Yeah, you know what? Let's put some diamond dust just in some areas. Hi, Escalarda. Hi, Colleen. Yeah, my audience doesn't want to see me do napkins. That's the truth too. Since when you're known for one thing, it's hard to get known for something different. Or when they watch you, it's like, I can watch that anywhere. I mean, click off and go somewhere else. So, and I'm sitting here telling people they don't need to be scared of that, but I'm not that creative when it comes to napkins and all those would you bends and transfers, and I don't want to be, because I enjoy doing what I want to do. But I just want people to not be intimidated by painting, and I think that happens a lot. I get intimidated when I watch the big brushes, those ladies that are amazing artists. It's like, holy cow, I can't even hardly look at their stuff, because I'm like, oh, I want to be an artist like you someday. But they also spend a lot of hours on one piece, so. And I don't have that much patience. I don't got no patience. All right, let's take it off the egg. So we just have it a little bit on the egg. And yes, we have to try to teach as many people as we can the art of painting, because, you know, it's really a nice art that anybody can learn. But it's kind of dying out. And I want people to see, just like in that free group, that it can be done. Let's put some on her nose. All right. So isn't that so much cuter? I'll show you the original in just a moment. But then I can go in here with just a round brush. Actually, You know, and I don't buy the best of brushes. Most of mine are, you can get them I bought some from Dollar Tree not too long ago, but Hobby Lobby has cheap brushes. I'm going to put just a few little daisies in here to kind of break that up a little bit. So I'm just using my round brush and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And put one over here. So see, nothing to putting a flower in there. They're pretty simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I wanted to be real correct with it, I'd turn it upside down and do it so that it'll be even. But what I'm teaching inside the Painting of the Month group right now is something that you don't really look at all the elements. When you look at it as one big picture. All right, we're just going to put brown centers in these daisies that you should really let them wait to dry. Just pat it right there in the center. So see how there's nothing to making a little flower? It just really added to what we've already done. And I can take that same brush, put it in my green and in my white, and I can just pick up a little bit more green and just swipe down some little leaves here. I'm gonna let that white dry up, and then I'll go over it with a little bit lighter green. Everything's wet in there right now, and I'm not one of those people who can paint well when it's wet. Mine has to dry up and then put my second coat. I don't know what I did to that poor little thing, but and when I teach you in my classes, guarantee you I mess up quite a bit, but I can also show you how to fix it. That's one good thing about when I make a mistake. All right, then I can add, we've still got this ear up here that is white and nothing else is. I stuck my hand in that flower again. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of brown right here. And now look at the difference in that ear. It doesn't even, it just looks so different. Sometimes I do it on my eyes, sometimes I don't. I can go under my eyes with a little bit of brown too. Go on the inside. And what's going to be good about this tutorial, because this will be up tomorrow as a tutorial for a line drawing, and you will have this whole face, and you can watch this video, and you can do this face on anything. You don't have to wait to find a dollar or a Family Dollar to go to. You can take the face and put it on anything. Anything at all. You could paint them on a raw Easter egg, you know, just a wood Easter egg for like your grandkids, for Easter baskets. It does not have to be on this piece. So I'm just going to run a little bit of that brown around my edges, creating a shadow. Up in there. And that changes the look. And let's go ahead and put a little bit of a mouth in there. See, my lines aren't exactly on here. I am not a big fan of putting teeth in my rabbit. Some people do, and it looks fine, but I'm not one who likes it. In fact, once that dries up, I'm going to put just a little pink lip. Let's dry that up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the difference between the two of them after we got done. Oh, Colleen, you know what I did for my grandkids' Easter baskets this year? I've been kind of cleaning out of stuff because I'm getting ready to pack all my Easter up from the year. And so, stuff that I probably bought last year for their Easter baskets, I'm setting it aside instead of taking it to the thrift store. I don't know when I bought it, but it can go in their Easter baskets, and then it can go to the thrift store because they're not going to take it home anyway. They'll, anymore, the grandkids will, you know, not like when they're 3 and 4. When they get 6 and 10, the dollar store stuff doesn't really appeal to them anymore. All right, so isn't that cute? I'm going to put another little mark. Let's see. My friend Janet brought this for me. It's got all these little different dots on it, and she's probably shocked to death that I still have it. I only lost it for quite a while, but I got it back. Got that. We're going to put some little dots there. Put one right there in the... Anyway, he's really adorable. Adorable. So let me show you the difference. Let's put his... I really like those flowers. I'm not going to change them up. They're going to stay there. I am going to move them down a little bit once I get the hot glue on them so they're just over her eyebrows. I'll take a picture of it when I'm done. But look at that little bit of paint. It didn't take us very long. That's the before. Okay. So with just a little bit of paint, look what difference that made. It's just amazing. Let me show you both of them. When you put them together, that could even be the same rabbit. Let me stand up a minute. Isn't that so nice how you can redo something that easily? I know, isn't it? I'm pretty excited about it. So I will be making a line drawing for this one that you can make that rabbit on just about anything. But if you happen to find them, these are at Family Dollar. We have a Family Dollar Tree. But now it looks like you handmade that, except for the lettering. It doesn't look like it came from Family Dollar like this one does. Just look at the faces and how different that is. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off of here because I'm going to be going on YouTube at 7, and I'm going to be painting the same rabbit. He's going to turn into a brown bunny, and then I'm going to put both of the painting tutorials together and make a little painting tutorial. All right, everybody, you all have a good evening. Bye.